Okay, I've seen that there are some questions about chapter 1-2, question 1. Excuse me about my voice because I've been a little bit sick during this weekend. But so this question says that Cuban company's relevant range of production is 19,000 to 20,000 units. When it produces and sells 19,500 units, its average cost per unit are as follows. So these are all per unit cost, and there are variable and fixed cost. First thing, we can see which ones are the variable and fixed cost. We know that direct materials and direct labor are always variable because the more we produce, the more we're going to pay total for them. The manufacturing overhead has a variable and a fixed portion, and all of these three are fixed. Sales commissions are also a variable cost, and variable administrative expenses. So these three are fixed. Okay. So the first question is the variable cost per unit produced and sold for 19,000 units and 20,000 units. This one is based on 19,500 units, but the important thing to know about this question and for this class in total is to remember that the variable cost per unit is always the same. The total variable costs are different because we multiply the per unit cost times the total units. The fixed costs are the opposite. The per unit cost is different depending on how many units we sell or produce, and the total is always the same. That's why it's called a fixed cost, because is that the total, like it's rent, like $500 they're going to pay every month no matter how many units they sell. But if they divide it by the units that they sell or produce, the per unit cost is going to be different. So with that in mind, the variable cost per unit produced and sold, we're going to add the variable cost, all of them, and that's going to be it, because we know that no matter if they sell 19,000 units or 20,000 units, the variable cost per unit is always the same. Okay, so if we add those numbers, the first one is 790, 490 for direct labor, 240 for manufacturing overhead, 190 for commissions, and 140 for the last one is 1850 for both of them, right here and right here. Now the total amount of variable costs related to units produced and sold is simply this number right here times the units. So 1850 times 19,000, 351,500, and 1850 times 20,000 units, 370,000. So we can see here what I just explained, that the total variable costs are different depending on how many units there are. Now with the fixed cost, the average fixed manufacturing cost per unit produced, we should solve this one first, the total amount of fixed manufacturing overhead. So they're only asking for the manufacturing part. The only fixed fixed manufacturing cost is the fixed manufacturing overhead, because all of these three are variable and all of these are not for the manufacturing department, they're selling and then administrative. So we're only going to focus on 590. So the total, because it's always the same, it's a fixed cost, is 590 times 19,000 units. Sorry, 590 times 19,500 units, because this 590 is based on 19,500 units. So the total is 115,050 for both 19,000 units and 20,000 units because it's the total. Now for the average, we're going to divide this number by 19,000 units. So 6.06 because we're going to round it. And we're going to divide it by 20,000 units as well. 5.75. And that's it. That's the answer. I'm going to post this on the post on Inscribe too, so you can have access to it and remember it, because it's going to be really important to understand this, the variable cost and fixed cost during the semester. Okay, bye.